Hey y'all, it's your good sis Erica Bain back with another Grownish video. And in this video, I'm breaking down episode 4. Let's get into it. Shout out to the Grownish creatives. They finally gave us a little bit deeper dive into Vivek. I have been asking for a little bit more character development, for a little bit more understanding, and for us to be able to take Vivek a little bit more seriously. And they over delivered in this episode. In this episode, we see the fallout from Vivek getting expelled from school. His drug dealing, the case, even though he was able to do probation, community service, and basically got a slap on the wrist by way of the judicial system, the school board at Cal U got wind of it and they are not having it, y'all. So they have expelled him from the university 6 months shy of graduation and called his parents. And in this episode, we're able to see him process the fallout of that, talking to his parents, but also the dialogue and the thought process leading up to it. Jazz goes out of her way to give a suggestion that he blames the young lady that was with him in the car that he was dating at the time when he got pulled over, and she actually exposed the drugs because she didn't know that they were there. And y'all, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for framing someone for doing something that they didn't do. But the parallels behind people of color, specifically, like Vivek isn't a black man, but he's a person of color. By way of Jazz saying this as a black woman, it almost is a call to the note of how black men for years have been framed for doing things when interacting with white women or when being caught in situations with white women. And I just didn't like it. Like, I didn't like that she was giving him the option or telling him to choose the option to frame this girl who had no idea that he was selling drugs, no idea about the whole thing, and has left him behind it by potentially ruining this girl's life and reputation by putting this on her, or at least even introducing the thought of that. I just thought it was mad shady and uncouth. So I'm so glad that Vivek didn't do it. I'm kind of irritated that Jazz brought it up. However, I definitely think that they used it to be able to be brought up by Jazz so that we could have that potential reference and think about or have that conversation within our minds of, you know, the whole judicial system, white women, and some of the things that have come up in reference to people being blamed for crimes they did not commit and things like that. But thank God that Vivek did not go that route after talking with Zoe's dad, who comes and lays into Zoe. So we're going to talk about that. But after talking with Zoe's dad, he gets the confidence to be able to just be honest with his parents once they arrive, and with the hopes that his parents will still love him and accept him. And his mother is going to be his mother. And, you know, she does what mothers do in reference to embracing him, still accepting him for, you know, it being what it is. But his dad completely reacts irrationally and kind of disassociates and tells him that he doesn't want to get to know him. He doesn't want to know this person that he is right now, and that's unfortunate. But, you know, I don't think his dad means it. I think his dad is going to come around. It's just tough, and I'm glad that they actually went the route of it not just being an easy fix or easy resolve of like, oh, Vivek came clean and now everything is all good, because that's not how it really works in the real life. Like, in the real world, Vivek is going to have to work to build trust with both his parents again. He's going to have to work a little harder with his dad to show him like he still is a person that he knows and should love, even though his dad still loves him even if he's acting this way. That brings me over to freaking Dre, because he pops up on Zoe when we think that it's going to be Vivek's parents, but Vivek's parents don't come until later. He pops up on Zoe and then decides to go off because he gets the bill from his credit card because Zoe charged their daggone wedding on his credit card while they were in Mexico. And then of course it comes out that they actually went to jail and all this other kind of stuff. And then Dre goes on this big tirade and rant, ultimately tells her that he is completely disappointed in her and berates her. And I'm just like, all right now, Dre, that's a little bit OD. But I'm so glad that they did it this way. Like, when I was watching, I just felt so hurt and crushed for Zoe because the stuff that he said, it was just like, if my dad ever told me those things, I would just ball up in a freaking corner and cry for the rest of my life. But Zoe musters up the courage and the strength to confront Dre on everything that he says. And while he's right about, you know, her making certain missteps, every single misstep that she made, she's fixed it or she's figured it out and gotten herself out of it. She did not rely on her parents to get her out of it or call on Dre to get her out of it. And that's something to be commended for. Like, that is what this part of life is about. This time in life is about. It's about living, making decisions. Ultimately, anytime you make decisions, you're going to be liable to make mistakes and then learning from your mistakes and moving forward. And Zoe has done so, and she has grown as a woman. And with Clip that said after being put that way to Dre, he's like, yo, you're right, and I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have said what I said. And it's beautiful to see. Like, we really love to see it. Also in this episode, we see Nomi struggling with being a single mom and trying to get back into school. The daycare center at the school gets closed down, so she doesn't have childcare anymore. And I think that this is the realest that we have ever seen Nomi, and it just, my heart went out to her when she broke down and said that she was just having a moment. Oh my goodness, I am so endeared to Nomi now. I definitely struggled with her character for a while, but I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with the rest of this conversation. And now I totally get it. Like, I understand why they introduced the single mother storyline and all of the depth and conversations that they're going to have with it, because they literally just scratched the surface with her in this episode and the emotions that she evokes. Well, that is my episode 4 Grownish breakdown, y'all. Be sure to check out all of my Grownish videos. We have them linked both for season 4 and 3 in the Grownish playlist right here. Hit the subscribe button if you are new here so that you do not miss any of my Grownish videos or any of my other entertainment videos that I'm posting every single day. If you're looking for a new show to watch, I got 2 suggestions for you on screen right here. It's your girl Erica Vane, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye.